robust urban garlic flavor.
Welcome home. Here are the Soros videos so far. Part 1, 1,500 views. Part 2, 600 views. Part 3, 700 views. That's in 3 days, because I put this out on Thursday, okay?
This is DSP. He is a man who is now complaining about views after years, not worrying about views because he's been mass uploading gameplay slop.
For the record, every single game that I've played recently has outperformed this. Pragmata has, Mouse PI for Hire has, Pokemon definitely has. Like, those playthroughs are doing much better. For this to be a brand new game and to be bringing in such little attention basically means no one really cares about the game and no one even knew that it existed.
The really hilarious thing about this is that 1.5 thousand views in 3 days is actually really good for DSP's channel. Like, the entirety of last year, he was averaging like maybe 500 views in 3 days. But for whatever reason, he's been on an uptick recently because I've seen it, or at least I had to look it up. His Fire Red playthroughs, they're getting over 1,000 views for the most part. Now, the later videos are getting a little less, but right in the middle of the playthrough, which is where it starts to drop, well, it really starts to drop after part 1, it's like 1,000. It's holding steady, surprisingly. So, you know, kudos to Phil for raising his floor a tiny bit, because if you go from 500 views a video to 1,000 and you upload like, I don't know, 100 videos a month, you were doubling your total view count.
All right, now again, I'm not upset that I bought it. I wanted to try it for myself and see if it was any good. I think it's fine, but it's just the same game again, so it's not that exciting. So I get why people aren't so excited about it. You know, I guess we'll see tonight what happens. Okay, let's see tonight if people show up for the second stream or if that's the end of it.
Yeah, so ostensibly he's talking about views, but it kind of seems like he's implying that the tips were not high when he was streaming that game.
However, in comparison, my highlight special from Friday already has 4,500 views and climbing, which I'm very happy with. I hope it does better. You know, I'll be honest. So I've been making these highlight videos recently, as you guys know. My editor makes these for me, okay?
And Phil does this more than once in this short clip. He says he made the video, but then he clarifies and says his editor made it for him. Phil, you may be the one uploading, but you are not making the video. You are not putting it together. Now, you created the original footage, but the editor is going through your streams and adding a robust flavor to it. Let's call it that. And guess what? If you have somebody other than Derich, the Coomstar, making videos for you, it's gonna cost some money. So DSP is gonna need some more views to not go underwater from hiring this editor.
And here they all are. This is literally every highlight video from the last 3 weeks. The original Street Fighter 6 video now has almost 4,000 views. The highlights of Mouse PI for Hire, 2,400. The highlights of Pragmata, 3,000. The drama video about Codring Kino Casino, 8,000. The Crimson Desert review, where I said it was Old Country Buffet, 12,000 views. So obviously that's done good. And then the highlight video from Friday, 4.5 thousand, but it's still a relatively new video. All right.
Yeah, here is something that is right under DSP's nose. It's been there for years, and yet he still has failed to grasp it. Edited content will actually make him money, but he staunchly refused to do it. He instead uploaded gameplay slop, which nobody wants to see, and his channel hurt because of it. It's still hurting because of it, because he has to insist upon uploading like 8 videos a day. People don't want to see that. You can live stream and upload 1 video. That's it, Phil. But he's like, oh, I want to have it both ways, and he thinks because he just regurgitates so much garbage on his channel that he's making money, because, well, if it's 8 videos, it's going to add up into 1 anyway. But he's seeing here that there are results, that those videos that he pumps out or has the editor make for him get more views than the sum total of the slop. He's not making the connection, hey, I should drop the slop, or, you know, upload the slop to a second channel, or just leave the live stream up. But he's like, oh no, trolls are going to copyright that. And his whole reason for saying that the trolls were going to copyright or actually report it was because it would be reused content. And why would it be even reused in his mind? Well, because if he left the live stream up, he would still do the gameplay slop uploads. Yeah, he's not that bright. He doesn't realize just leave the live stream up, put timestamps, and just pull highlights. He thinks that there's like a die-hard audience that is paying him tons of money to leave raw uploads instead of the entire stream, but there isn't. They're there on the live stream paying him money. Now, he may get like super chats occasionally like, oh, I'm just playing catch up, but they can play catch up if the live stream is still up. He doesn't understand that. And now that YouTube has like an editor system, he could just take out his podcast, upload that, then leave the raw stream with the gameplay portions. But you know, as like Steve Cambion from Truth Seeker says, Phil likes to cut out the begging in the middle.
Out of all of these videos, only one video has made me any profit. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, you gotta spend money to make money, Phil. You're running a business here. Most businesses don't make profits early on. You're breaking even, which is really good for you. You just don't realize it. This man doesn't understand that he's doing something that benefits his channel, and because it's not pulling an instant profit, he's got to complain to his audience about it. That is really stupid business decision making. Like, say if he's doing this for 3 months, and he's in the red significantly each month, okay, maybe it's time to reevaluate. But if you're doing this for like a week or two and you're breaking even, that's actually a really good sign. He's just, oh, I need that money really, really, really much right now. That he doesn't understand that he needs to play the long game. And it's kind of odd for a guy who's been on the internet for 18 years doing this. He's like, I can't prepare for the future. I need it right now.
So again, I paid for all these, and one video has been profitable. However, I will tell you this. It has helped the channel a bit. Engagement has actually been up. I gained a bunch of subs. And I'm noticing people saying things like, wow, DSP Gaming just showed up in my recommended feed. It's in the algorithm again.
Yeah, it just can't be a DSP stream without an unnecessary business meeting during the podcast. So he's telling you that there are positives and negatives to hiring this editor. So he's basically breaking even and his channel is getting more attention, which tells you that means that is a positive trend. But he's like, everything must be positive, otherwise it's a negative. So I'm going to complain to you about it and try and guilt you into watching my videos for a second time. Cool, Phil.
So even though it's costing me, my channel is showing up in the algorithm. Now, the key here is, can I continue to get people to come back to check out the channel every week for these highlighted videos or not? Because that's the key.
Well, let me tell you, eventually Phil will not succeed in this endeavor if he keeps uploading garbage gameplay slop, because that's just going to overwhelm the people that just subscribe to his channel. Now if something happens where people only get shown those highlighted videos from that new batch of subscribers that he got, in the end, he could have his cake and eat it too. In that regard. But I don't really see that happening over time because the algorithm likes to take your entire subscriber base in its totality. So they're also going to get shown that gameplay slop. And it's going to negatively impact all parts of his channel because he can't be pulling two horses in different directions.
Much like with YouTube Shorts, okay? People see a YouTube short, it gets popular. They're only ever going to come back to you to see more shorts. They don't give a crap about your other content on your channel. They just want more shorts because that's what they're there for. So when people see these highlighted videos and they're like, ooh, I like that video. Guess what they're going to come back for? More highlighted videos. Therefore, if I continue to have these made, maybe I can get a fan base that'll come by once a week to watch whatever the new highlight is. And hey, if it consistently brings in views and engagement for the channel, then it might be worth the investment I'm putting into it. Okay?
Which is what he should be doing. He should be eliminating the gameplay slop and just keeping highlights. But he's too dumb to realize that because he thinks that those gameplay slop videos are making him tons of money, when in reality, maybe they make him $1,000 a month, if that. And I don't even think it's that, because I'm pretty sure with most of those videos, the retention is not that good.
But if I'm constantly working on these and then they're not doing anything for me, then it's probably not worth the investment. All right. So I'm working. You can see I'm working on it, right? I'm trying.
Phil, what work are you doing? If you have an editor that's attached to your channel, he can go through your channel and then just upload it himself. What kind of work are you doing? Are you just like alternating between staring at a screen and playing WWE Champions while you wait for him to email you the file or something? Are you doing it in that inefficient way? Are you uploading it yourself? I don't think so. I really think you're just trying to trick your audience into telling them that you're spending more time on working on the channel than you actually are. You're just spending money, Phil. They don't care if you're spending money because you are investing in your business. You were trying to do something where you're trying to get them to pity you and give you more money or watch your content more than one time. Phil, you're not making music videos or comedy skits. People aren't going to watch multiple times. It's just the way it is.
I'm trying to make this kind of content. I'm trying to have stuff, you know, grow, if possible, in the ways that I've been recommended all these years. People have said, do this kind of content. I'm working on it, right? I am.
Wow, congratulations, Phil. It only took you, what, 15 plus years? And you want to be instantly rewarded for it? No, screw you. You should have listened the first time, not the 1200th time.
Please watch these videos, engage them, share them with others, let people know DSP is doing this kind of video now. The more people that engage with these videos, this will help the channel grow.
Yes, but ultimately, like with the asthma gold bump, if people don't stay because they're being inundated with garbage, then it's not going to be helpful in the long term. It may give you a short-term boost, which is all you really look for ever, but in growing your channel, it's not, because you don't know how to grow a channel.
Okay? All this stuff down here is my normal content. This is for the long-time viewers. This is for those that have been with me since the beginning. That's what this content is for, all right? But these videos are for newcomers, people who just like to watch edited content, brief content, fast-moving content.
And you don't understand that you have to pick an audience. You can either have the dense who watch the slop afterwards, or the people watching the highlights afterwards. It can't be both. You can still stream, but you have to pick one or the other for the on-demand viewership. And you should really go with what you have right now, because it is the one growing your channel. The gameplay slop nobody wants to see.
Like, I think the by far the best part of this video is when Review Tech USA is trying to contribute to the stream, realizes he's blocked and crashes out, and then I immediately say, if he ever wants to be a part of my streams, what he needs to do is look at that hideous, ugly tattoo that he put on his arm and stare at the deformed face on it, because that's his future, right? That's like the best part. And that, if you just watch the stream, the marathon, you probably missed that part because you wouldn't get the context. See, but that's why these videos are good.
Phil, that opening rant of yours was clipped. I don't know if that particular part of it was clipped all over the place, but people saw your May 1st rant where you revealed you're still insecure about it. Yeah, you're still banning people that want to give you money. There aren't many people that want to give you money, Phil, so you shouldn't really ban all of them. And the really funny part is he's saying Review Tech's future is Phil. Yeah, he's going to become Philip Fulmer now. That's really funny, Phil. I thought you said you were living a great life. I guess you aren't.
So you got to check them out, okay? Please do. So those are doing good. What I'm hoping is that every video will hit this level, either 8 to 12,000 views. If every highlight video that I put out hits 8 to 12,000 views, then it's worth it.
Yeah, Phil, let me tell you something about making a YouTube channel. It doesn't always get the expected amount. And the thing is, you're going to be really impatient about it. Like, if you look at this channel, the averages for videos in, like, let's say July of last year aren't the same as they are now. That's because the pool of viewers in July was less than the pool of viewers now. So you have to just stick with it and take the bad with the good and just hope in the end it works out. But you're going to be like 2 months down the line, this isn't making instant profit automatically for everything. I'm going to just get rid of it. And you don't understand that the goal of it should be to attract more people to your streams to give you more money. But you probably think that's not a real viable option. So instead, you're going to be like, oh, watch this video after you watch my stream so I can make more money off of you. Because Phil has always been about squeezing his audience for every penny they're worth. And he loves squeezing them out of their time too.
If they end up getting stuck down here, then they're not worth it, okay? So I really hope that this video climbs bigger, because 4.5K is decent, but I needed to hit like 10K for it to really make an impact on the channel. Views, views, views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. So if you haven't seen it yet, please check it out, share it, let people know about it. If you have hype points and you can put it towards the video, please do. That stuff helps the channel a lot, okay?
Yes, mobile viewers, waste all your hype points on DSP Gaming so you can boost him in the algorithm so another dent can find him, and waste all their money on him like you are doing right now. Sounds like an awesome plan of positivity and meaningfulness.
And like I said, I have seen distinctly subs go up, engagement go up as a result of these videos. I need to keep that momentum going, all right?
A normal YouTuber would just ask once in a video to like, comment, and subscribe. Phil makes it the entire video. Aside from staring at a screen while he's playing video games, he has absolutely no idea how to make a YouTube video.
The channel trailer has 12,000 views. My first review has, at this point, I think over 7,000 views. And there's only like 2,400 subscribers, right? So I think people are apprehensive to subscribe. Oh, I don't know. Every time I subscribe to a Phil channel, I get flooded with videos or whatever. You know, people will subscribe. Not that it's a huge deal, because it doesn't, to me, subscriber numbers have never meant a thing. I've always gotten way more views on all of my channels on YouTube than people who subscribe. So I love it when people say, oh, million subscribers and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but then you look, and my channel has more views. DSP Gaming, a channel that only has 180,000 subscribers, has more views than YouTube channels out there with 1 million subscribers.
So, Soul at 2 a.m., thanks for $5, and he says, right now you're motivated to do it, but motivation itself is not enough. You need to be disciplined. Discipline remains when motivation fades. To do what? What are you talking about, Soul at 2 a.m.? The highlighted videos? Or are you referencing something else?
Actually, the super chatter is 100% wrong. Phil doesn't have to be motivated to put in any work. All he has to do is pay someone to do it for him, which is what he's doing. So the entire tangent Phil goes on is absolutely completely unrelated to the situation here. But you know, it's Phil. He's making it all about himself, acting like he's working and his debts gobble it up when he's actually just paying somebody. He's using his money to make more money.
Because you're right. In life, it's not just about motivation. It is about discipline. Because eventually, motivation can dissipate. But if you have the discipline to keep a routine going, then you keep doing it, right?
Well, it's a really good thing Phil doesn't need any discipline for this, because he's only disciplined in begging for money.
Like, admittedly, so here's a truthful statement relating exactly to what Soul at 2 a.m. just said. When I first started working out last year, because it was about summertime, I want to say it was like August of last year is probably when I first started working out more seriously.
To be fair to Phil, he does use the clarifier more seriously, so he could have been working out before then. I know at least he was walking before August. I really didn't do the full scope of looking at it, but it would be funny if it was August, because that's immediately when he starts talking about it, because that would mean Phil did it for 2 weeks and now he thinks he's an expert, which, you know, that's Phil. He always has to present himself as knowing more than he actually does.
The $2 super chat says, I'm a lovable fat guy like John Candy. Yeah, the most lovable 190-pound, 6-foot fat guy. Pretty interesting. No, it's like I told you guys recently, I did weigh myself again, because I haven't weighed myself in a while. And I'm 190 pounds. And when I was a teenager, no, actually I was 20. I think I was 20. And my doctor had told me, okay, so just so you know, you're pretty much grown as tall as you're going to grow. You're pretty much at your, like, ideal weight. And this is it. You need to be around like 180, 185. That's your ideal weight. So at 190, I'm still a little bit. I got a little bit of that, you know, tire thing going on that I'd like to get rid of. But I feel so much better right now than I used to, because I'm not eating bad anymore, because I've lost all that weight. My legs feel better. My back, my knees feel better. Which is awesome, obviously. I think what I should do is I should, at some point, start doing basic lifting exercises again. Maybe I'll get one of those dumbbells where you can adjust the weights, just so I can do curls and basic exercises. Nothing too crazy, just basic stuff, just to try to build some more muscle mass back onto me, because, you know, I haven't done anything like that in a zillion years.
Go straight.
I lost a lot of my muscle mass. So now, you know, put it on where you want it. Take the weight off of the fat and put it on the muscle. Right? The motivation was, I was feeling bad, okay? Now, I was eating healthier, and I was starting to lose some weight, but my body just didn't feel good.
Yes, exercising makes your body feel better. Phil, for 1 out of 100 times, is correct.
My muscles were all atrophied. They didn't feel good at all. You know, I didn't have any buffness to my arms whatsoever. They were all flabby. My legs were weakened, okay? I was fat, a big spare tire. And I was like, dude, I'm 43 years old, and I need to do something while I still can. And I finally have the means. You know, I'm doing well now, better, much better financially than I have been. I have the ability to do stuff.
Phil, you always had the ability to do stuff. You didn't have to buy weights. There are plenty of exercises you can do without weights.
So I had a very small dumbbell in the house, like 15 pounds, tiny dumbbell. I'm just going to start working out with this thing just to get my body working. And the motivation was I want to get myself physically active again so I don't feel like a piece of... And within a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks of working out just with this 15-pound weight...
It makes me really curious why he had just a 15-pound weight, one of them. It's like, I would understand like 10 or 5, but why 15? Did he have like a whole weight set that he forgot to move to Washington with him? And he just happened to grab one of them, but it was the 15-pound weight. Must have sucked whoever was picking up that box.
I started feeling much better, and I'd already basically did as much as I could with the weight. I was already done with it. Like, I need something better. So I went right on Amazon. I ordered an adjustable dumbbell set. Right? I started doing basic exercises with that. Within a week or two of doing that, I realized I can't just do it like this. I need a bench to actually do the exercises properly. So then I bought the bench.
Now I want to see the bench. I want to see if DSP put a groove in it already.
And so the initial motivation was there. Okay? But I will say this. After 4 months of doing it or so, the motivation, around Christmas time, I would say, the motivation started to dwindle.
Yeah, Phil, it's because there's less sunlight during that time of year and your body's not happy, so you need to take vitamin D supplements.
Because I had seen the big direct results I was going to get. Immediately, I had cut a lot of weight, like a lot of the fat burned off. I started to get stronger in certain muscles, but then I started to notice that the results weren't as apparent anymore, right? I was working out every day, but it didn't look as good. Like, oh, I'm not really improving that much anymore. I kind of look the same, you know?
Well, it sounds like, Phil, you were in the maintenance phase, which is the most important phase because that is what keeps you like that, fit, in shape for years to come. If you don't keep the maintenance, then you're going to return to the fat, disgusting slob you were.
So then what you got to do is you got to rely on discipline. It's not just about the motivation to immediately get results and you feel good about yourself, but instead, you need to realize that repeatedly doing it, even if it doesn't physically look better or anything, you need to do it, right? So am I working out as much right now as I was back in the fall? No. But am I working out? Yes.
Here's the thing, you have to find a consistent routine that works for you. So a lot of people just start off way too fast, too soon, like the New Year's resolution crowd, and they just burn out. If you find something that is what you can build on, then you're good. If it's something you can maintain consistently. If it's something where it's too much, you're not going to be able to keep going with it. Now you can build up over time, but if you start out too fast and your body can't handle it or you don't have the motivation to do it, it's not going to be sustainable.
I am regularly working out, and I want to be sure that I keep that regimen going as much as I can. That's why I'm working towards getting an exercise machine, because that's just going to make it even easier. Less excuses to not do it when you could just jump in a room, jump on the machine for half an hour, go between exercises, get it done quick, and get a full workout, right? So that's what I mean. Like,
I could be misremembering this, but I thought he said he had some sort of exercise machine. I know he has like adjustable dumbbells, but my thought is he had a little bit more than just that. I think he's like talking about like the tower thing where there's different stations. Yeah, him talking about all this stuff makes me want to see his exercise room.
I got a $2 tip here. Do I have any wisdom after turning 40? If you woke up as a 30-year-old tomorrow, what would you do differently? What do you do to preserve your youthful spirit as a gamer as you age? Well, number one, what changed when I turned 40? Well, I'll tell you right now, my body is feeling older. My joints don't feel as good. My hand, you know, I told you guys I'm going to eventually get some issues with muscles and stuff in my hand. It's tighter. It hurts. I do get a little bit trouble, you know, moving around as actively as I used to. I'm not just spry where I could just like leap out of bed like I used to be able to. When I eat a meal, like a big meal, like dinner, oh, I feel tired right after. I do. Like, I feel like, man, I want to take a nap. And that never happened. All of a sudden, the last few years, this has begun, where now I get that sleep time after I eat a big meal. Like, oh, man, it's just every time, you know? Stuff like that, you know? So and that just happens. It's natural. As you get older, those are just things that you have to get used to. And, you know, you have to accept them. I mean, take a look at me. My hair is starting to turn gray a lot more. Your face gets wrinkly. You know, it's stuff that you have to expect as you get older. But you can, the way I see it, I can either age gracefully and accept it, or I can deny it and do everything I can to try to stop it, including getting hair implants, dyeing my hair and facial hair, and doing facial treatments to try to make the wrinkles and eye lines go away. But do I really care? Like, number one, I'm happily married. My wife and I are happy with each other and how we look and everything. We're not, you know, self-conscious of each other. You know what I mean? Like, we're happy. So it's not like, oh, I have to have like a midlife crisis where I think I have to look good or whatever. I don't really care. And that's where discipline comes in, as opposed to just the motivation to initially do it. People who go on diets and exercise, this frequently is the problem. The initial motivation gets them into it, but then when they stop seeing the initial results and it gets harder, they don't have the discipline to continue.
Also, when people start diets, they usually cut back more than what is realistic, so they have a huge amount of weight loss initially, and then it scales back as they revert to their usual habits. When you diet, you really are making a lifestyle change. You can't just diet for 4 months and then go back to the same eating habits you had before.
You're just a piece of garbage. You're hurting human culture and society as a whole by the crap that you're putting out on the internet. And that's what's, it's up. It's a up society. Instead, stand up for yourself and go do something positive and productive with your life, and stop watching things you hate. Stop watching garbage that you hate and go do things you like. Well, I don't know what I like. You're right, because you're lazy. Because you sat there just making fun of things you hate, which is easy. You didn't take the effort to find the things you like. That's your problem. Your head's broken. Go fix it. Heavy weights or light weights to build up muscle, it depends on what you're going for. If you're just going for fitness and stamina, then higher reps of lighter weights is the way to go. If you're actually going for bulk and strength, you got to use heavier weights, and you got to do shocking the system with increased weight and doing heavier things to make those muscles explode. So it depends on what you're going for.
Yeah, so DSP has hired an editor, and he's afraid that he's not making money off the editor because he's breaking even. Dude, if you are breaking even and more people are coming to your channel, that's a win. You're not in the red. And the most hilarious part about this is that DSP is one who's always very concerned about optics, but it's fairly obvious that the person editing for him is a detractor. Like, come on. His gameplay review, boring slop. That doesn't refer to the game. That refers to your content, Phil. That's about you. And like that video on the incident of May 1st, like he puts in something with Review Tech USA shirtless. It's like, yeah, Phil, somebody is messing with you. You can't even see it. He's mocking you by having you flex in the thumbnail. You are being laughed at, and not only that, you are also paying somebody to laugh at you. That's the sorry situation you find yourself in, my friend. Alright everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Shout out to Urban Style Individual who made a similar video about this that I saw. I didn't watch it because I didn't want it to influence what I would say in this video, but I hear positive and meaningful things about his content. Thank you once again for tuning in to this robust reality TV show that Philip Paul Burnell calls his life. This is Robust Turning Off the Station. Thanks for watching.